Hey, welcome back to Java with Jeff. I've got my beverage, you got my Bible. Hope you do too. Let's get after it. I want to tell you about something I've been wrestling with for not weeks or months, but for years, and I'm still wrestling with it today. I'm still trying to hold the tension of something today in my own life, and maybe you are too. You know, we have this whole idea we want to follow Jesus closely. We want to surrender to Him. We want Him to be the Lord of our lives. He's the master, He's the leader. We want to do that, and for followers of Jesus, for Christians, that's what your hope and your desire is. But we fall short all the time, and I think we fall short in one of two areas if I'm overgeneralizing the whole Christian life. We hold the tension of grace and truth. We hold the tension of, on one hand, being graceful and gentle and the things associated with grace. And on the other hand, we can err towards being too truthful, actually, too straightforward, too in your face, even though we might be right. So we have a difficult time holding those two things in tension, and both of them together equal love. Grace plus truth equals love. I love what John said at the beginning of his gospel in John chapter 1, verse 14. We get a summary statement of Jesus coming into the world. He said this: the Word became flesh, Jesus became flesh, and made His dwelling among us. We have seen His glory, the glory of the one and only who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. Jesus was full of grace and truth because He came in a loving manner. He came to rescue the world from their sins. John 3:16, God so loved the world that He sent Jesus. And Jesus was full of grace and truth. Jesus is our leader. Jesus is our example. So how do we hold in tension grace? And when I looked up these specific words in this specific verse, grace is leaning towards kindness, favor, gentleness, where truth is leaning towards reality, morality, straightforwardness. And every one of us, our personalities might lean one way or the other naturally, so we have to pull it back the other direction. For me, I probably lean towards the truth side a little bit more than the grace side, and I have to hold these things in tension. Maybe you do too. Maybe you wrestle with that. But man, we're trying to become like Jesus. So that means we have to hold in tension grace and truth equals love. In every conversation we have, in every decision we make, in every decision you make in your company or your church, you got to hold the tension of grace and truth, or it's not loving. If you go too far on the grace side, you're kind of wishy-washy, kind of easy to get, no big decisions are made. It's just kind of we just gracefully lead our lives. If we head to the truth side too much, we're too straightforward, we're too in your face. We might be absolutely right, but man, it doesn't come across very easily, and I can fall in that category very quickly. So we hold in tension grace and truth because we want to be loving like Jesus was. So I hope this is encouraging to you, maybe challenging. Think through those categories, grace, truth equals love, and see which one do you need to work more on today or this week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.